auditeur, un de vos partisans, qui nous a fait parvenir une question, puis je vais te la poser. Il a vu un match en première moitié de saison, puis il a vu un match récemment, puis il nous a demandé qu'est-ce qui avait changé chez Nick Suzuki. Je pense pas que cette personne-là est capable de mettre des mots là-dessus, mais est-ce que toi, Nick Suzuki, première moitié de saison, puis la version actuelle de Nick, est-ce qu'il a changé des choses? Est-ce qu'il a amélioré des choses? Et quelles seraient ces choses-là?
Mais je ne dis pas si c'est une chose. C'est un jeune joueur qui continue à évoluer puis s'améliorer. C'est une progression. Puis tu as besoin de ça. C'est pas parce que tu n'as pas 21, 22 ans que tu arrêtes de progresser. Puis je pense que Suzy, il a faim pour aller chercher le succès qu'il a. Il est très engagé, il travaille sur ses affaires. Son intelligence sur la glace, elle continue de s'améliorer. Puis tu le vois avec le nombre de touches, où c'est qu'il touche à la rondelle, comment en contrôle qu'il est. Alors moi, non, c'est une très belle progression.
Est-ce que, après que Sean Monahan soit parti, est-ce que vous en êtes parlé tous les deux? Est-ce que vous avez discuté des responsabilités, peut-être même supplémentaires, qui arrivaient face à ça pour lui?
Bless you. It's okay. I'm glad you caught it. No, I mean, I think that the first thing that comes to mind is you know, on the power play, he's got to take face-offs on the right side. Ouais. La première chose qui me vient en tête, c'est sur l'avantage numérique, il faut qu'il prenne des face-offs à droite. Même en désavantage, il joue un petit peu plus, puis il faut qu'il prenne des face-offs à gauche. Fait que je te dirais, c'est les deux places où ça l'affectue Suzy, je te dirais. Mais à part de ça, c'est sûr, on peut en parler, mais le comportement à Suzy sur la glace, ça ne change pas sa lecture du jeu. Rien qui change de qu'est-ce qu'il a à faire. Il fait partie des gars qui intègrent Newhook sur la première avantage numérique. Fait que c'est un petit peu d'engagement là-dessus, d'enseigner un petit peu avec Noé, mais non, c'est pas des longues conversations, c'est juste les faits, les facts, les faits qu'il va falloir qu'il commence à avantage numérique à droite au lieu qu'à gauche, puis il va falloir qu'il prenne des face-offs dans notre zone à gauche.
Merci. Anthony. Martin Comte questionne sur l'évaluation que tu fais d'un secteur donné. Souvent, tu dis que c'est pas une chose, c'est un ensemble de choses. Sur l'avantage numérique, à quel point le fait de voir Uri décocher de plus en plus de lancers d'un côté puis d'avoir Cole de l'autre côté rend ton unité plus imprévisible, plus dangereuse? À quel point ce facteur-là est important?
Non, c'est important que Slav ait la confiance de lancer. Je pense qu'il a bâti sa confiance plus l'année avancée là-dessus. Puis ça peut être... ça rend notre unité spéciale plus efficace parce qu'on est dangereux plus des deux bords. Fait que c'est moins prévisible pour l'autre équipe. C'est des atouts importants pour ton avantage numérique à aller chercher de la constance.
Stu, Eric, et Martin.
Marty, patience is obviously important in the rebuilding process. How do you stay patient, and how do you keep your players patient as this progresses?
I don't know if patient is the right word. I always say you have to be aggressive with the time that you know it's going to take, and I feel we are. So I think as a group we know that you know, we're building something here, and there's going to be some ups and downs and some growing pains, so to speak. But you know, for me, it's showing the player that you're process-driven and you're consistent with the message and what you're after, and you're evolving as a team in every department, and you don't attack all these departments at once, you know. But I feel that's the way to keep the group engaged is be purpose-driven, have a plan, show them you have a plan, and you know, keep pushing the group to keep getting better, collectively and individually.
You'll often hear talk about rebuilding as like a 5-year plan. Do you have a timetable in your head, or is there,
No.
as this moves forward?
No, it's to me it's you know, it's having, you know, that Waze mentality. It's just we're going to get there, you know, and sometimes things are gonna slow us down. Sometimes things are gonna accelerate us. You know, I think it's gonna happen organically, but you know, and to put a timetable on it is I don't think it's fair. You know, you just gotta, you know, it's about, you know, getting there.
Eric.
When we talked at the beginning of the year, you talked about really building up the 5-on-5 game last year and it giving you the opportunity to focus more on special teams this year, specifically certain nuances in the power play. Just wondering how far you've advanced on the tactical side and how much that's contributing to what we're seeing with that first unit on the power play.
Yeah, I don't know how far we've advanced, you know, and I think we're still working on our 5-on-5 game. I think you have to do that, but I feel this year we've spent more times on the special team, and you know, you try to come up with answers and solution that's going to, you know, facilitate that time when they're on the ice. And I feel like we've done a good job at progressing in that department, and that comes with spending more time on it, more discussion, and even then, it's such a, you know, there's so much video in this league, and you know, when you think you're in a good place, and all of a sudden they expose you, and all, you know, and now the next team's going to try to do the same thing, and you always kind of try to evolve and get better on all of those, and same thing, you know, to me, that's on, whether it's on the kill or on the special team, but they're a big part of the game, and we definitely spend more time on it, and we'll continue.
On the power play, the fluidity and the fluidity of movement and the variety of looks we're seeing, how much of that is the familiarity factor of that unit, even if Monahan's out and somebody's subbing in, and how much of it is certain tactical things that you have incorporated?
I think it's both, but I think what makes a power play go is when all five play at the same beat. You know, it's like music, right? Like it's a little bit of that. All like, you know, the guitarist comes in at the right time, and the drummer plays at the right. It gets this. They're all in sync, and that's why it looks good, right? And that's why, like, you know, I feel like we found success and continuity in it, and but every player, the position they play, there's all nuances in that position as well that we're trying to teach. There's small little details that are important to the collective thing. So it's a lot of fun to obviously see the group responding the way they have, and we'll continue to keep getting better at it.
Marty, I'm assuming Guhle's good to go for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
When you first moved him to the right side on defense, you mentioned how it's not ideal, that you would like to see him play on the left. Obviously, he's had to stay there because of circumstances. You know, does he still surprise you with just his ability to adapt to that, his ability to the matchups that you give him?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like everything you give him, he takes and runs with.
Yeah, so I think we're used to it now, right? So I wouldn't say it surprises me. You know, I think he stayed on the right because of his behavior on the ice and how he's handled it. We wouldn't, you know, keep him there if he wasn't performing or if he wasn't in a good place. I wouldn't think it would be fair to just keep putting in an environment that he's not comfortable with. But I think he shows that, you know, Goule's a hockey player. You can throw him everything at him, and he's gonna figure it out.
Sort of mental strength, I guess.
His biggest mental strength?
Just in terms of how he sees the game, is there one area in particular that
I think
that
his
jumps
biggest
out?
strength, honestly, it's his feet and his compete level. You know, and the one thing I like with Goules is, you know, whatever happens in a shift, if it was good or bad, the next shift is not affected by that. You know, just kind of moves on from, doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. You know, and I think that's mental strength right there. Yeah.
En début de saison, dès que Christian Dvorak est revenu au jeu, tu as mis Alex Newhook à l'aile. L'expérience n'a pas duré longtemps, le Newhook au centre. Là, présentement, tu n'as virtuellement pas le choix de le mettre au centre, à part des face-offs. C'est quoi que tu veux voir de lui pour justement en faire, voir à quel point il peut être un joueur de centre à long terme pour cette équipe-là?
Ben, c'est d'être reliable? Fiable? Fiable. Être fiable, responsabilité défensive, quand on est dans notre zone. Être fiable dans zone neutre, sur le forecheck, c'est de prendre des responsabilités défensives sérieuses, puis d'être constant là-dedans.
En début je recule beaucoup parce que c'était quand même en novembre, là, mais quand justement il n'a plus été au centre, est-ce qu'il y avait des lacunes? Peut-être que tu trouvais que c'était pas ta meilleure option au centre à ce moment-là, ou parce que tu avais, Monand, tu te trouvais un peu à l'aile, il est revenu, Dvorak était au centre tout le temps, mais Newhook, pour l'échantillon, il a juste été à l'aile quand tu étais pas.
Oui, c'est parce qu'il jouait dans le top 6, tu sais. Fait que si je l'aurais mis au centre en arrière de Monahan, il ne serait pas dans le top 6. C'est un petit peu circonstance, puis le roster qu'on avait à ce temps-là. Comme aujourd'hui, là, j'ai besoin d'au centre. Mais en général, la manière que la game elle joue aujourd'hui, tu vas partir au centre. Après ça, ça ne veut pas dire que tu vas être le premier joueur revenu dans notre zone, puis il faut que tu joues en bas. Il faut que tu sois capable de faire la responsabilité qu'on a besoin que toi tu fasses à n'importe quel moment. Que tu sois le premier gars revenu ou que tu sois le 5e, il faut que tu saches c'est quoi ta job. Il faut que tu sois alerte.
J'en squeeze une autre sur le même thème. C'est sûr qu'il a juste joué 2 matchs, mais il a quand même très bien paru à son retour en fin de semaine. Est-ce que de ce que tu as vu de ces 2 matchs-là, tu te dis, il n'est pas juste là par défaut, finalement, ça va marcher au centre cette saison pour lui?
Oui, il est capable de jouer au centre. Oui, non, je suis pas surpris qu'il nous donne des bonnes minutes. Puis moi, j'étais surpris un peu de son énergie, son pace, tu sais, quand il a manqué beaucoup de temps. Mais non, c'est le fun à voir.
Dernière question, Marc-Antoine.
Oui, en fait, j'en ai 2. Tout d'abord, à propos de Guhle, tu mentionnais tout à l'heure ses pieds. Avoir une très, très bonne mobilité au niveau latéral, tu sais, gauche-droite. Est-ce que c'est-tu particulièrement utile pour mieux s'en sortir quand tu joues ton côté opposé?
Tu as besoin de tes pieds. Tu as besoin de tes pieds plus quand tu joues à droite. Parce que des fois, tu ne peux pas faire un jeu aussi rapidement. Faut que tu changes l'angle à cause que tu es un gaucher à droite. Puis ça prend tes pieds pour changer cet angle-là, pour te sortir de des situations difficiles. Si tu es droitier, mais tu as tout de suite la rondelle à l'extérieur, tu as le bound. Mais quand tu es gaucher et tu as pointe ici, il faut vraiment que tu manipules l'adversaire avec tes pieds un petit peu.
C'est pas un hasard si Harris s'en sort aussi bien,
ouais.
Lui aussi, parce que ses pieds sont... Okay. Par ailleurs, tu as eu des questions sur Newhook et sur le power play. Je me demandais maintenant qu'il est... Quand il y a le fameux slingshot en avantage numérique, l'équipe adverse, c'est 9 fois sur 10, c'est Suzuki qui va rentrer la rondelle en zone adverse. Ils sont préparés à ça. Est-ce que Newhook, sur la première vague, te donnerait cette option-là d'avoir un autre gars qui transporte la rondelle à l'intérieur, à part Suzuki?
Oui, il serait capable.
Est-ce que tu vois ça comme un désavantage que ce soit toujours le même gars puis que l'autre équipe s'y attende d'une certaine manière?
Ça dépend comment le pourcentage de succès Suzy a, tu sais. Si on voit qu'on a de la misère, puis peut-être qu'on va essayer d'autres choses. Il y a différentes tactiques, puis des fois, Suzy peut avoir de la misère à rentrer, puis c'est pas la faute à Suzy. Les autres joueurs qui sont pas exactement... le timing n'est pas là. Fait que c'est sûr, la pression est plus sur Suzy, mais des fois, c'est pas Suzy. Fait que il faut que tu fasses attention à comment tu analyses ça.
Merci, Martin.
OK, merci.
could be worse after the end of Sunday's afternoon game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you never want to come out of a game, and sucks you have to do that or that I had to do that, but feel good now, ready to go. Ready to go for tonight, so yeah, it'll be a good one tonight. So.
Collectively, how important is it to come back with a strong performance after the last game?
Yeah, no, we know that it's last game was tough, and I mean, just not our night at all. Really, just a lot of kind of weird bounces, weird goals that went in. I mean, Jordo going out early, just kind of a different game, and we'll look at that. We looked at that, and just a big bounce forward game for us tonight, and. It'll be fun. Don't get to see these guys much, so it'll be a good one tonight. Yeah.
Are you still adapting to playing on your side, or you feel you're already pretty comfortable?
No, I feel a lot better now. I think the first maybe 3-4 games was a little bit of an adjustment, and I haven't really been on my right side since last year. But I feel better now. I think it's just a lot of extra reps and touches in practice, and just finding different ways to put yourself in better spots, because there was times when I first started that I felt like I was putting myself in a bad spot a lot on my backhand or whatever. So I feel a lot better now with it. Hopefully it looks like I'm feeling better with it. But no, yeah, I feel better. So.
In what ways is it an adjustment, you think?
Again, just getting pucks on your backhand and trying to be on your forehand as much as possible. And I think just that first touch you get when the puck comes to you, or just where you position it on your body is really important. And I think just knowing what you're going to do before you get the puck, obviously you need to do that everywhere on the ice, but when you're on your offside, you have a little bit less time to make a decision. You can't really, don't really have any seconds to kind of think. So I think just knowing what you're going to do with the puck before is really important too. So.
Obviously, would you say that it's
How do you do that? How important is that?
I mean, you just focus on the game at hand, the task at hand, and tonight it's a big game against Anaheim, and we need a win. Our group, has been working towards a win. We're preparing the best we can, and like I said before, you can't worry about what happened on the weekend. You have to watch that on Monday and come back, refocus, give yourself the best chance to win a game tonight.
Do you look at the standings and notice like Ottawa is catching up on you guys, or is that something you've been taking?
Yeah, you're always, obviously, it would be a lie if I said we're not looking at the standings. You're always looking at the standings because we have a goal of making the playoffs, and that's our goal, and we're still pushing towards that goal. I think we just need to get hot here and go on a little bit of a streak, start feeling good about our game. I mean, that starts with one game, though, and that's what we're focused on tonight.
Joe, after a 7-goal against performance, what can you do differently as a group to be sure to not allow 7-goal again?
Yeah, I think obviously that's a lot of our D-zone play. We have to stay out of the box too. I mean, they had a couple power play goals, but even the penalties we took were in the D-zone. And so that's, knowing the times when to be aggressive, kind of closing their space up top. I know that's what we talked about with Marty today in our D-zone. And then when the puck gets low, knowing when to attack a guy, when to be aggressive, but still protect that master bedroom that Marty calls it, that, space out in front of the net. So, yeah, some adjustments to make D-zone for sure.
With the injuries over the weekend, it must have been a relief to see Kaiden out there and know that he's feeling okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was terrible seeing Jordan go down. It's never easy to see a friend and a teammate go down like that, and then later on in the game you see Guhle go down. So, yeah, obviously not a great feeling. It's awesome to see that Kaiden's back and feeling good today.
Joe, do you have any boxing background, or it was just your feeling at the moment to drop the glove?
Yeah, it was just kind of my feeling at the moment. Kind of like I said, like you see Guhle go down, and you get like emotional because you're close to those guys, and so it was just a feeling in the moment. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Are you still impressed? Came back for a game at the second half of the season, and he asked us to. You look different since the beginning of the second half of the season. Is that the case? Are you different defensively, overall game? Do you do some different thing now?
Not really. I mean, I think I had a bit of a slow start. Just trying to find your game right out of the gate at the start of the season. So, you're able to build your game and get into a better position halfway through. So I think it's just kind of a progression from the start of the year.
Is there a question of confidence, even for guys like you who are in the league now for many years?
I don't know. I'm a pretty confident guy. I think I know how I can play and what I can do out there, and I think just keeping that confidence high throughout the season is tough. I mean, you're going to go through ups and downs, and you're going to feel some games that feel amazing, and other games you don't feel quite as good. So, just finding that balance, and I think I've grown a lot as a player even this year, and it's fun to be in these games and in the position where I am.
Whether it's on the power play or 5-on-5, your alliance score almost every goal of the team in the last 3 or 4 games. Does it put more pressure on your line when you're the only one, able to score goals?
We're definitely not the only line able to score. I mean, we're trying to do our job. Other lines have, had chances, just hasn't gone in, and it could look a lot different. So, we're confident in everyone, but my line's in the power play, so I got to do our job and help the team out as much as we can.
It's never easy to come back after 2 months out. How did you find your home game during the weekend?
Yeah, I thought it was good. Like you said, long time off, but I think to come back in and jump right in, I thought, got my legs under me pretty quick. Felt like I was involved in the game, both games, and I think to come out feeling good after 2 games and having a lot to build on is good, and looking forward to keeping it going.
How do you feel on the bumper spot on the power play?
I think our power play was good this weekend. I don't think it really translated as much with the goals, but I thought we had a lot of good looks. I'm comfortable in the bumper spot. I played a lot there in Colorado, and playing with a lot of skill on that power play. So I think we're clicking at a good clip right now, and I think soon enough we'll end up kind of putting some in the back of the net here.
You played with Joshua for the first time. What did you like in this game?
Yeah, he's a really smart player. He's got a lot of skill. I think our line played pretty well. I thought we had some good chances. Fun to play with a guy like that. That's coming up with a lot of skill like he has, and I think he's pretty creative and seen a lot of good things from him. So hope to build some chemistry with him here and keep rolling.
How would you characterize your opportunity to get individual coaching here? Like obviously a very different situation in Colorado. Just how much can that help you over the next 30 games?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think there's big opportunity and a big role that needs to be filled here. And coming back, I think think it's there for the taking, and try to capitalize on that. Like you said, getting some coaching from Marty is huge, and he's helped me a lot so far. Even my short time here, but I think looking to build on my game and get some coaching for him is going to be huge for me.
Is there a specific focus with him, with Adam, with some of the guys that you think is really helping you?
I think just like the whole view of the game. I think that they focus on kind of every aspect of it, and I don't think there's really one thing that's being focused on. But learning from a guy like Marty and with his resume, and his career, it's great. Just some of the little things he even teaches you. In drills and in practice, stuff like that. It goes a long way, and it's been fun to learn from him so far.
Alex, I would imagine you probably didn't face Nick too often before coming here, so getting to know him, is there something that you didn't know that you've grown to appreciate since watching him on a more regular basis?
Yeah, I think I think just the way he thinks the game is pretty fun to watch and to play with. I've played with him a lot even before I got hurt, but watching him, I think every night he kind of finds a way to contribute, and he's a great leader. I think he's got a very calming presence around the room and on guys to be able to play their games and lead by example. So he's a great guy to get to know and to play with, and I think we're lucky to have him as a captain.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
Can I ask you the last one?